Hey, boys and girls. Well, I've been trying to get the house ready to sell here today, and I figure the entire world needs a little sarcasm. So I just want to let you know that this morning when I got up, the Mayans hadn't jinxed everything I owned, and I was able to bake an apple pie, which is sitting back behind me on the stove cooling now. All right. I just want to let you know I had an island in the middle of my kitchen, and it's move. I can move it around if I want because if it was bolted to the floor, you're not getting refrigerator, dishwasher, or anything else in and out. So what I did years ago was I put some felt on it, probably about 20 years ago. I guess I can't bitch because I just had to flip the thing over to take the felt off. The reason I had to take the felt off was one of the grandkids spilled some Kool-Aid or something. Thought it was wiped up, but it stuck to the bottom of the felt, which stuck to the old wood floor, which meant that I had to replace it because I have a new wood floor. So what I did was, this old felt was here, I unloaded the island, the silverware, the plastic crap and all that, and I started to take the felt off. And it didn't pull up, it was pretty glued on there pretty good. I forget how I put it on, but she was glued on pretty tight. But just to let you know, I took it off with this lock blade knife right here, just giving a little scrape, kind of this kind of action. Okay, and this is an M-Tech USA knife. Now listen to this, 440 steel, USA design, handcrafted in China. Now there's some new words. It wasn't made in China, it was handcrafted in China. So this is what I use to take the felt off. I do have some new felt I'm going to put on. I picked up this little roll of felt, okay, from Ace Hardware store, right up there in Ontario, where the Tops Plaza is. It's the Do It felt blanket. They got all that Do It stuff they have in there. So I'm looking at the felt, and I also picked up a couple of squares of felt. Now, my foreign language skills are a little bit worse than my American language skills. But this is a 4 1/4 by 6 inch felt blanket, 4 1/4, 6 inch, okay? It also has metric sizes here for those of you who speak foreign languages. It's 108 by 150 millimeter. I might understand that if we could put this in a cartridge size. This is heavy duty felt blankets, or, are you ready for this one? Almohadelas de Feltro Alta Resistencia. Okay, now I'm thinking that's Spanish. Okay, when I'm looking at it, that's Spanish. But manufactured in China for Do It Best Corporation, Fort Wayne, Indiana. We have an international product here. Is this what they mean by, it's an international market nowadays? I have American language, Spanish, if that's Spanish or Mexican. I really wouldn't know. Somebody would have to write it down and lay it out in front of me and say, this is Spanish, this is Mexican, this is South American, this is Central American, this is some guy that lives in the mountains, okay? All right? We do have instructions on the back, all right? And remember, this is an international item. This is a worldwide product. We could get it anywhere. I have the cabinet to finish. I think I'm going to start with the little felt strips. I'm a little too lazy to do this. I did get a couple more boxes packed today. The grandson and my number 2 son are out back playing with chainsaws and probably kerosene and diesel trying to start a fire. I don't know, everything's pretty wet out back today. We had about 6 or 8 inches of heavy snow out here. What can I say? I could get some people to do me a favor, though. The next time you're sitting at a sportsman meeting or one of them Second Amendment meetings or something like, or something along that line, and one of them conservatives stand up and they say, we got to have another law, or they want a cop at every school, or a guard here, or armed guards on every corner, or a camera here, or, another body cavity search. I want you to do me a favor. Stand up and smack them in the damn mouth for me, will you? Because evidently, they're not understanding the phase of conservative. That's where a lot of these problems have come from all over these years. It took more than a handful of liberals and socialists and the communists, all right, to get this shit going. And there was an argument, somebody said the media, they didn't think the media was as responsible for a lot of the bullshit that goes on today and a lot of the public opinion. I'll tell you what. You go back to Edward Bernays. You go back to Chesterfield cigarettes. All right? You go back and look at what Chesterfield and a bunch of young women did, little debutantes of the day, did in a parade. They took an ad out in the paper, We're going to march in this parade and we're going to be smoking cigarettes. There you go. So all you women out there that are smoking cigarettes and have lung cancer, you can blame the government's own boy, Edward Bernays, Mr. Propagandist, and the government and Chesterfield Tobacco for your lung cancer. I mean, if you want to blame somebody, right? Because nothing's ever your fault. You got to blame everybody else. My opinion is I think a lot of people need to mind their own damn business. I think the Amish and the Mennonites and all those guys have the right idea. They mind their own business. That's what I think a lot of the media people need to do. Just because somebody sits in front of you and says they have an education in journalism, all right, doesn't mean they have the finest or the best print in the book. All right? Not everybody graduates at the top of the class. And not everybody that doesn't graduate is an idiot. All right? If you think the guy down in some damn jungle somewhere that can't read a lick of anything in any damn book is an idiot, I want to drop your ass down there next to him and I'm going to come back in 6 months. Because if you have the same attitude you have up here, he's going to let your ass die. And that's about all there is to it. So you remember, you got to smack a conservative in the mouth. You just got to push a liberal off a bridge. You just wait long enough and karma will come back around and take care of them. It always does. Hey, this is Black Powder Bill from Black Powder Bill's Reloading Supplies Out. The Mayans didn't get me. They tried to flood the house out, but they didn't get me. If you're looking for reloading supplies, I sell a lot of used stuff. No, I cannot get you jacketed hollow point 9mm bullets with a canier for 8 cents each. But if you can get them for 8 cents each and get them to me, I'll buy 20,000 of them off of you. All right? So quit sending me damn emails telling me you can get these bullets for 8 cents each. Because I'm not finding them anywhere for 8 cents each. All right? And you know they're nowhere for 8 cents each. So quit being a smart ass. If you don't understand why ammunition and things sell for the prices they sell for, then you haven't done enough research. Maybe, and I'll say this, I don't want to sell anything to you because I think you're a fucking liability. Hey, this is Black Powder Bill again. Take it on the chin, boys. You don't like what I have to sell, you don't like what I have to say, turn it off. Oh, and to the guy, and to the guy that keeps clicking dislike on all my stuff, I am now double my likes. I'd like to thank that Canadian POS. I really hope you enjoy your life up there. While you can still shoot, what the hell ever it is you're allowed doing up there. Again, this is Black Powder Bill out. Y'all have a nice day. I got to put the felt back on this cabinet, flip it back over, put the stuff in, and I'm going to eat a piece of that apple pie. I might even have a drink. Oh, my goodness, of bourbon. Goodbye.